Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday. Welcome to another Friday favorites. No flops. There's nothing that failed me this week, so it's just faves. I have my usual roundup of awesome things that I want to share with you guys. I also have just a small PR haul that I wanted to share. I think that I might start just popping random PR things that I receive in terms of like skincare, hair care, that kind of stuff into my Friday favorites and flops, but I will put it at the end of the video. So for those of you that don't like seeing that type of stuff, you can just X out at that point. So, but yeah, there's just some trends that I'm seeing in the specifically skincare PR that I'm being sent right now that I think is kind of interesting. Just in terms of like ingredients like that are coming back around again, formulas that seem very similar. So anyway, I'll pop that at the end of this video. And as always, everything will be linked in the description box down below. So if you want to know where to buy this stuff, read up on other people's reviews, yada yada, check out the description box below this video. Just hit that little more button down there and that'll pop open for you. But let's go ahead and dive into everything because there's quite a bit that I want to mention, and well, I talk too much, so prepare yourself. Okay, we're gonna start with a perfume. I had to pick this up because I recently picked up the Vacation Chardonnay Oil SPF, and in that haul they also sent a small size of the classic lotion from Vacation. If you don't know about this Vacation brand, let me tell you, it's gonna take you back to your youth. The smell of the line, like their predominant fragrance that they use throughout all of these products, is their Vacation scent. And if you were a child of the 80s or 90s, I really think that this is such a fun fragrance, and I had to have the perfume. So I picked it up at Ulta. Now I will say I'm a little disappointed in the packaging of this for the price point because it looks kind of cheesy, right? And my label is kind of like wonky on my bottle. But that being said, Ulta did send me like a 10 off of 40 coupon. They've been getting better about sending out the coupons again, so thank you, Ulta. I appreciate that. It certainly got me to purchase this. So anyway, I was able to use that 10 off of 40 on this, so it brought the price point down to $50. This is only an eau de toilette, and it is 1 ounce. However, it smells so good. I have gotten so many compliments this week when I was grocery shopping. I was puttering around TJ Maxx one day this week, and I got multiple compliments from people saying, oh my gosh, you smell so good. You smell like a summer day. And I'm like, I know. And I was telling everyone about this perfume. So I have the notes here. I'm gonna go ahead and read them to you guys. And everything that I list here, like, you absolutely smell. So the fragrance notes for Vacation is petitgrain essence, coconut water, coconut milk, bergamot, solar musk, banana, pineapple, pool water, swimsuit, lycra, and sea salt. So some of you might be kind of surprised that I would like a fragrance like this because I absolutely abhor the summer. However, back in the 80s and 90s, like hanging out with my friends during the summer at, I lived near a lake up in Washington for a number of years. And so my friends and I would go to the lake and just hang out. They would swim. I don't know how to swim. I am a 43-year-old woman who never learned how to swim. I am terrified of the water, and that's okay. I feel like I always have people tell me like, you have to learn how to swim. You have to do this. It's a life skill you have to have. It's not, because I never ever go in the water. Like maybe occasionally I will go into a pool. I will go into a pool because I can see the bottom. I will never swim in a lake or a river, especially the ocean. Hard pass. I cannot see like what is underneath, and that I can't have it. No. So anyway, that being said, I still miss the smells of summer from my youth, and this is the essence of Melanie from like the 90s. This absolutely smells like you're going to the beach with your friends. You have your Hawaiian tropic like coconut suntan lotion on. You have a really awesome, amazing, super bright neon lycra swimsuit, and you are just ready for a day of fun, right? Like, this is what this smells like. The coconut notes in here are so delicious. The bergamot is beautiful. The musk, you smell the banana. There's just a touch of pineapple, which I'm kind of thankful for because I don't love pineapple overall as like a fragrance. I will eat pineapple all day long, but the smell of it's not really my thing. The pool water, this kind of smells like chlorine. And I know that sounds weird. You have to smell it. You have to smell it. This is a super, super popular fragrance for a reason, because it really does take you back to your youth. And I can't say enough good things about it. Also, I've just had this for a week, and I just keep dousing myself in it because it's beautiful. And it makes me happy. I love it. The banana is kind of the first thing that hits you. And then you start getting into like those coconut notes, and then it leads you into that musk and the petitgrain and the bergamot and all that. It's so good. Trust me. I believe this is an online exclusive. I think it is. Don't quote me on that. But I think this is an online exclusive, but I think it's absolutely worth picking up. It's so delicious. And if you were a child of the 80s or the 90s and you miss those smells, get it. So good. Let's see, where do we go next? Let's keep talking about things that I am loving in terms of smells. I'm still loving this week. I'm using the heck out of this Body Shop Refreshing Passion Fruit shower gel. I'm also spraying the body mist all over myself. By the way, this pairs really nicely with that vacation scent as well. I am more than halfway through the body yogurt. I need to get some more of this. I see myself probably actually using this into the fall. It's so delicious, so yummy. I don't really purchase a ton from the Body Shop anymore, only because the one at my local mall closed. So I order online now. But yeah, if you love the Body Shop body washes and you find that their formulas work really great for you and you like anything passion fruit like I do, you gotta pick this up. It is absolutely heavenly. Let's put that with the makeup at the end. Let's do a little bit of skincare. Okay, so I recently received the Pharmacy 10% Niacinamide Night Mask. This is a somewhat newer product from them, and I've been using this because, you can see I've actually put a hefty dent in here. I've been using this for a few weeks now, actually. I've been using this specifically after we'll talk about this next, but there's a new product, actually a prescription skincare product that I'm using on my forehead to help with some melasma, and I've been using this over top of that to kind of help hydrate because what I'm using it's a pretty serious formula and it is drying my skin out a little bit, and I'm really finding that this, along with some really lightweight moisture first in terms of essences on my forehead before putting this on, has been super helpful. But I really like this mask. I've essentially been using this as a moisturizer at the end of my routine and loving the way that it hydrates my skin and just how smooth it makes my skin feel by the morning. Niacinamide is one of my key ingredients for controlling the overall look and texture of my pores. If you struggle with pores, niacinamide is the ingredient that you really need to look into. There are lots of different companies that have lots of different formulations. You just kind of have to find what works for you. This particular one I think is really fantastic. It is very smoothing on the skin, and it just seems to give this beautiful kind of shot of hydration to the skin on top of it. Anyway, big fan of this, and super excited that I finally had the opportunity to try it. Also, I have been masking again with my Foreo UFO. Now, I do think that the Foreo UFO is kind of one of those luxury extras that you don't necessarily need in your life. But that being said, if you are a skincare junkie like I am and you like doing things to your skin, I think this is a really fun device to have. And let me just say this, because I got a comment this week that I just kind of wanted to address, because I feel like I say this frequently, but I want to say it again. Just because I do all this stuff to my skin does not mean that I'm implying that you have to do all this stuff to your skin. Do what works for you. I don't really care what you do. But you know, someone had commented that I shouldn't be, like, it's a waste of time for me to like use all of this skincare, that I should just let my skin be what it is basically and be happy with that. No, respectfully, no. Like, do that with your face. If that's what you want, that's fantastic. But this has become a little bit of a hobby for me. And I really like seeing how my skin has changed over the years because of the introduction of skincare. But more importantly, this is a huge part of my self-care routine. I do struggle from time to time with being down, you know, like with just struggling with life. Let's just say that. And for me, when I take the time to take care of myself and to pamper myself, it vastly helps to improve my mood. So no, I'm not gonna stop, but I'm also not telling you that this is how you need to live your life. You do what works for your skin. I'm not telling you to go buy this device. So just, if you want to, I think it's a great device. I use it and I love it. Yeah, but if you don't want to, then don't. But I don't know, it's so weird to me that people on the internet will tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your own body. Like, if you wanna like get a ton of filler and Botox and whatever, if you wanna get a facelift, go get it. Doesn't affect me at all. I don't care. Anyway, I wanna say that because I want to once again reiterate to you guys, I'm not telling you that you have to go get this stuff. I'm not telling you you even have to purchase any of like these specific brands. Like, if you like the niacinamide from The Ordinary, use the niacinamide from The Ordinary. I like the one from Paula's Choice. I like the one from Pharmacy, so that's what I use. Use what works for you, all right? Anyway, Foreo UFO. I had put this device away for a really long time, and then recently just was like, you know what, I have this, I should use it. I have masks, I should use that. So this week I have been using the green tea purifying UFO activated masks, as well as the Acai berry smoothing masks. Now, the Acai I was specifically using to inject some additional moisture into my skin, especially into my forehead. When we're gonna get to the next thing here. But I really like this device a lot. This does have some sonic vibration to it. It has several different like LED lights built in. There's like a blue light, there's a red light, I think there's a green. You sync this up with your phone, and then there's an app, and you use it with the app. It's super easy. You can repeat the treatments a couple times. There's certainly enough on these individual little pads that you attach to this, by the way. It's basically like a sheet mask, but it like drives it deeper into the skin. So this device is meant to drive the ingredients deeper into your skin. So that's the whole claim here. I really love using this. I find it very relaxing. There's enough serum to be able to do my face and my neck multiple times, and it's just another great like self-care thing that I do. But I really am glad that I decided to bring this back out and to start using it again, because I've really been enjoying it. So, all right, let's talk about my prescription here. This is from a compounding pharmacy. I went to my dermatologist recently to do my yearly mole check. Once again, let me just remind you that skin cancer is a major B if you get it. It can be incredibly deadly if it is not caught early on. There's lots of different types of skin cancer, so don't just look for like, you know, moles that are super dark. Like, there's lots of different, there's basal skin cancer, squamous, like just go to a dermatologist and do just a check at least once or every like 2 years. I do have a family history of melanoma, so for me it's important to do it on a yearly basis. But one of the things that I talked about with my dermatologist when I was there was the melasma that started on my forehead. It kind of started coming on in my the very end of my 30s, and that as I'm going into my 40s and my hormones are changing, it's getting worse. And so while I love skincare from Sephora and Ulta and all these amazing different companies, sometimes it isn't enough to get rid of the issue that you have. You might have to go see a dermatologist and get a prescription. And so that's what I did, because while the products that I was using definitely lightened the melasma, it never fully got rid of it. So that's why I decided to take the prescription route. This is a hydroquinone, tretinoin, kojic acid, niacinamide, flucosanol, I think that's how you say that, compounded cream that they made for me. This is a compounding pharmacy called Skin Medicinals, and I was actually quite impressed with how like affordable this was. Like this, so I paid $45 for this prescription here. My insurance, I don't know if they covered part of it. I don't know if that's why I paid $45 or not, but anyway, moral of the story is this cost me $45, and even after just over a week of using this, the melasma has lightened significantly. You can still kind of see like the lines of it, but it is so much lighter after just a few days of using it than it has been in like a couple years, I would say. So my advice to you is, you know, use the over-the-counter skincare to see how far you can get. But if something isn't working for you, if it's not getting rid of the issue that you have, go see a dermatologist. I mean, sometimes you just have to do that. And I'm so glad that I finally talked to him about it and got this, because I think by the time that I finish this bottle, by the way, you can only use it for 3 months, and then you have to hold for 2 months. So you cannot use this like every single day just going forward, and it is quite drying on the skin. So I'm not using any other like actives on my forehead right now. I'm using a lot of like essences and like hydrators, but no other actives. So I'm not using any like vitamin C on my forehead right now. I am just using this so this can do its job, and then I can get my skin a little bit more even again. And I mean, who knows, the melasma could very well come back. You have to be very careful to use a lot of sunscreen. I am using a higher SPF on my forehead right now. I am using the MD Solar Sciences Mineral Creme SPF 50 just on my forehead. I'm using my other sunscreens on the other part of my face. You really have to protect your skin when you have melasma, because the sun will almost surely immediately like bring that melasma right back. So if you have it on your forehead like I do, wear a hat when you're outside, wear an increased SPF, and protect your skin from the sun, period. You should always, but especially if you're using a product like that. But yeah, just if you need to go see a dermatologist, go see him. It's okay. Sometimes you need a prescription. So, all right. Let's talk some new hair things that I also picked up at Ulta. Man, Ulta has been getting a lot of money from me lately. I picked up a couple more products from Bondi Boost because I tried a few things from this brand either earlier this year or kind of later in the year last year, and I really liked it. So I picked up their intensive spray. This is a concentrated leave-in spray developed with a proprietary phytoactive complex of vitamin B5, peppermint, tea tree oil, and nettle extract. It's lightweight, non-greasy, and won't leave your scalp feeling oily. So I picked this up as well as this, which is their Proposil Hair Tonic. This is developed for thinning hair types, which for me, I don't actually have like thinning hair, but obviously as hormones change, you know, your hair can start to fall out. Mine really isn't, but I am really terrified of that happening. So I am purchasing a lot of like scalp care products right now, natural growth style products. And I wanted to try these two and see if I could incorporate them into my routine and just get like a nice healthy scalp and make sure that whatever hair I do have, because I really have fine thin hair. Like I don't want to lose a lot of it because then I will be bald. There isn't much hair on my head. So for me, making sure that I do as much as I can to prevent any loss is a big thing. I think prevention is key, period. Like if you don't ever have to deal with a problem, that's really the best route. So start your anti-aging routines early on in life. Don't wait until you wake up one day and you're like, whoa, what happened? Just start early. There's no reason not to. So anyway, I just thought I'd incorporate these into my routine as another like preventative thing, and so far so good. Certainly I have these in my hair today. I don't think my hair looks greasy or oily. I used both, and you're basically just supposed to spray it into your scalp and then massage it in. So last night I used that on my scalp because I didn't put it on yesterday morning, and then this morning before I blow dried my hair, put in my styling products, I massaged that in. So yeah, I don't know. If you've noticed that you are starting to lose some hair, I do think that the growth products sort of help to prevent further loss. Even if they don't make your hair necessarily grow back, I think preventing further loss is almost just as good as getting additional growth. So love both of those and finding them really easy to incorporate into my routine. Makeup wise, picked up a new sponge from Real Techniques, and I love this. This is their new, like, this is supposed to be to help mattify the skin, basically. I will say it feels like a very cheap sponge. When I got it, I was like, oh, like this looks like something that, I don't know, you would find at the Dollar Tree. But that being said, they know what they're doing with the different like sponge textures that they create over there at Real Techniques. This is fabulous for, so if I want to use my powder foundation and get a slightly heavier coverage from it, all I have to do is wet this, obviously wring out the vast majority of the water in it. You want this slightly damp, not wet when using with powder foundation. It really does help to increase the coverage. I don't know what it is about this texture of this like cheap sponge, but oh man, does it work. So I bought a 2-pack. I'm really glad I did. I love this. If you use it dry, it just really perfectly pats on your setting powder. I don't know, man. Real Techniques. I think the Real Techniques sponges are just as good as the beauty blenders. I have beauty blenders and I think they're great, but the Real Techniques are like half the price and they work just as good. So anyway, if you're in the market and you have oily skin like I do, check out this new blue sponge from them. So lip wise this week, I have been getting back into wearing lip liner, and I really do like these. These are the Everlast Lip Liners from BK Beauty. So this week I've been using the, what's the name of this one? Oh, my eyes. Where'd you go? Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, and I've paired it with Kindness. This is the BK Beauty lipstick. Love this shade. This is really pretty. It's kind of like a peachy pink. It's very, very pretty, very natural. Today I paired the Sweet Pea with the Merit Signature lipstick in Baby. I think these actually, I think, just finally came back into stock. I love this shade. It's more of like a rosy brown. So that's what I have on my lips today, is the Sweet Pea paired with the Baby. Beautiful lip combination. I am thinking about re-upping my lip filler again this fall because a lot of it, I think, has started to kind of like just fade away. And I really liked getting the lip filler. It's not for everybody, and again, I'm not telling you to do it, but I do think that I want to continue with it, at least for the time being. And I only get one syringe. Like, I don't want to go over the top. Again, I don't have a problem if people want enormous lips, but I thought that I really looked, I don't know, maybe a little bit more youthful. I liked the look of it on me. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna do it again. So if you guys see the lips a little bit bigger again in the near future, you'll know why. I don't hide this stuff from you guys. It would be silly for me to, because duh, you can tell. So anyway, let's keep going. We are now going to talk about a couple of PR items that I received. So if you don't want to partake in this, toodaloo, hope you have a great weekend. Okay. This was really interesting. I received something from Clear Start by Dermatologist this week, and this is their new Breakout Clearing Liquid Peel. This is a 10% AHA and 2% BHA. This is supposed to resurface and clear, basically purify the skin. And what else is in here? So they've got the AHA, the BHA. This is a combination of salicylic acid, lactic acid, mandelic, as well as azelaic acid. And the goal here is to just kind of like reduce excess sebum and obviously exfoliate the inside of your pores and the top of your skin as well. I am very curious to use this. I cannot use this on my forehead, so I will use this from here down for sure. Yeah, very curious about trying this. I really like Dermalogica as a brand overall, and this Clear Start line is wonderful in terms of if you are more breakout prone, this is the line from Dermalogica that I would definitely gear you towards. And then, kind of in the same vein, Glow Recipe sent me a PR package, and I think they just won for like cutest packaging ever with this. This is called the Glow Recipe Bedtime Stories, The Village and the Glow Fairies, and it's a little book. It's a book, you guys. It's adorable, right? So takes you through this little story here, and then at the end is their newest product, which is this bad boy right here. So let's take her out. This is their brand new Watermelon Glow AHA Night Treatment. This is a 2% AHA hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. So it looks like AHA. I think AHA has like kind of always been super popular, but I feel like there's a little bit of a resurgence with it right now. I love AHA on my skin. I think that anything you can do to exfoliate the surface layers of your skin, you should do that. I don't think you should exfoliate too much. I think there's a fine balance for sure. So this is not something that I would use every single night, but let's see what they say about this. So this is inspired by their best-selling Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. This is a powerful yet gentle overnight AHA treatment that resurfaces, hydrates, and brightens for dramatically smoother, glowing skin. Irritating acids are a thing of the past with our pH balanced, concentrated 2.5% AHA complex. That's proven to be just as powerful and efficacious as the traditional 10% glycolic acid. So anyway, this is launching online, well, it looks like it already launched on August 7th, and then in stores nationwide on August 12th. So if you want to pick this up in Sephora, I will link this down below at a few different places. But yeah, super excited to test this out as well. But yeah, like AHA is making their comeback. Now, I loved the original Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I absolutely adored that product. And just Glow Recipe in general, I think, is a fantastic skincare line, and they have a lot of really, really great products. So I'm very curious to try this. Does it smell like the original? Let's see. Hold please. Sorry, I have to get this little thing off. Ooh. I don't smell anything. Did they take that watermelon fragrance out? Ooh, now I have to look. I kind of liked it. But this is probably great news for those of you that do not like fragrance. No, it says there's fragrance in here. That's like the very last ingredient. I don't smell anything in this. And no, I don't have the dreaded C word. Yeah, this doesn't, I don't smell anything. Maybe they forgot to put the fragrance in here. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, excited to test those products out. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes in the upcoming weeks with updates here on these two products. Anyway, I hope that you have a really fantastic, wow, this video is long. I'm really sorry. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. If you're interested in some home fragrance stuff, that'll be coming up this weekend. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.